the Lakers battled and won against the Indiana Pacers, a team who they haven't seen since the in-season tournament championship. And there was a spot starter who had a massive help in his role in this game. And if he continues to play this way, he's going to truly unlock the Lakers. What's good, y'all, and welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama, and before we get into everything of this game recap, guys, I want to bring your attention to something. There is 80% of you guys who have recently watched our videos who are not subscribed to the channel just yet. And if you guys want more of that Laker news, Laker reactions, trade rumors, game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest so you guys do not miss any of it. Now, with that out the way, guys, let's hop straight into that game recap, guys, because I am tired after watching that one as the Lakers win a track meet. So, the Lakers played their last game on their current homestand, and they were doing fairly well in that one, have been going 5-3 in this current homestand, and then wrapping it out with the Indiana Pacers, and then they go on to that long 6-game road trip to almost end out the year there. And the Lakers played against the Indiana Pacers, who really came to play and was making this a full-on sprint as the Lakers win this one 150-145. There was a ton of points being scored, and that's just because the pace of play was being dictated by the Indiana Pacers, and they really were giving it to the Lakers, but the Lakers were the ones that ended up on top there. So let's just dive straight in and look at those stats from the Lakers. Just great game, tremendous game from Anthony Davis. He's been on a tear, it seems like, against teams that cannot defend him, with 36 points, 16 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Rui Hachimura had a little bit of a subpar game for his standards, about 9 points, 5 rebounds. Then LeBron James, solid as ever, 26 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds with a steal and a block. And then Spencer Dinwiddie, he's probably the story of the day. He had 26 points in a spot start for D'Angelo Russell, who did not play because he was out the game with illness. And then Austin Reaves had a massive game, had 25 points, really got to the line, especially late down the stretch, shot 11 from 12 from the free throw line to go along with 8 assists and 5 rebounds. And then Taurean Prince had a really nice game off the bench with 14 points of his own. So the Lakers from top to bottom really were scoring a ton of points. As you saw, there was 4 guys who scored over 25 points, which is the first time this has happened for the Los Angeles Lakers since 1987. So this was a pretty historic game in that sense, and then the Lakers were able to come out with the W as, like I said, the Indiana Pacers were really just given to the Lakers as they play with a very high speed and high octane style of offense, especially led by Tyrese Halliburton. But it wasn't mainly Tyrese Halliburton who was doing the damage for the Pacers. As we look at their stats, it was Pascal Siakam, the new acquisition, was really taken to the Lakers, had 36 points in that one, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and then Halliburton, a little bit a subpar game for his standards, had 12 points, 10 assists, still a double-double. And then Nembhard, who's another solid young player for them, had 15 points. Miles Turner was really lighting up from 3, had 4 3-pointers, had 20 points. And then off the bench, the real difference makers, they had Doug McDermott. TJ McConnell was really giving the Lakers some problems, and then Obi Toppin as well was hitting shots. So the Indiana Pacers really came to play against the Los Angeles Lakers. They just came off a victory in Golden State. So this team is a very good road team, and the Lakers needed all the points that they got, essentially, to get this W, because the Pacers just would not go away. So let's take you guys just through the game, just bit by bit here, as in that first quarter there, the Lakers were really kind of struggling to keep up with that Indiana Pacers speed and pace. At that point, they fell behind a little bit early, and then it was extended because of that Indiana Pacers bench. Like I said, TJ McConnell was awesome in this game. He was just really beating the Lakers to some of his spots that he gets to, and he is definitely the tiniest player on the court, but it didn't seem like it because he was just getting anywhere he wanted to, and also dropping off some nice assists for his teammates. And then in that second quarter, the Lakers were able to gain it back a little bit. This was one of the quarters where they scored 40 points in. They actually had 2 quarters where they scored over 40 points. So that's how many points you see was scored throughout the game. And they really got back into that just because of guys like Austin Reaves had a really nice quarter. And then LeBron James as well got into it, and he got going. So the Lakers were able to take a lead. And then Taurean Prince, who missed the last game because of personal reasons, came back for the Lakers and really gave them a nice little jolt off the bench. He made a couple of nice plays. He really made this nice reverse layup and one. He did miss the free throw, but Taurean Prince just, to me, had a very solid game off the bench. Some of the things that we need from him, especially when D'Angelo Russell doesn't play and you're missing a massive chunk of offense. So they got a nice contribution from Taurean Prince. And then into that second half there, the Lakers were only led by 4 points. And it was really just back and forth pretty much all the way until early parts of that fourth quarter, where the Lakers started to take to take off and get a little separation from the Indiana Pacers. And the Pacers just wouldn't go away. Like I said, their bench was really putting in work, doing numbers. Doug McDermott's hit a couple of open 3-point shots. And then guys like TJ McConnell, like I said, he was getting everywhere he wanted to on the court. And he was really just wreaking havoc for the Los Angeles Lakers. And they were really having a hard time trying to guard or actually stay in front of TJ McConnell there. And then they were getting a lot of second chance points as well, which is something that the Lakers do struggle with because they aren't a very good rebounding team. And the Pacers also, they shoot a lot of three-pointers. So not only with their speed of play that you got to worry about, it's just the amount of threes. And so that means long shots. Long shots mean long rebounds. And then the Pacers were really the first ones to get to the ball for a lot of those. And just up and down their team, that's just what their identity has been for most of the season. They are a team that really can get after it with their speed and athleticism, and just a lot of guys up and down the roster who do things just in a very fast-paced nature. Like I said, led by Tyrese Halliburton, who didn't have the greatest of games. While he did have a double-double, it just wasn't to the effect that he recently had in other games. But let's talk more about the Lakers, as there was a spot starter, and that was because D'Angelo Russell did not play in this one. But we had a massive performance from Dinwiddie, who was great as a starter. Spencer Dinwiddie, who came over to the Lakers via buyout market from Toronto Raptors. And then there was a lot of people, making noise about what Spencer Dinwiddie has done for the Lakers and how it hasn't really shown up too much, especially in the points total. Well, Mavs fans who are living in our comments, you can take a look at this one. Spencer Dinwiddie was tremendous. Like I said, 26 points to go along with 5 assists and 2 block shots. So he was really also giving it on the defensive end as well. Spencer Dinwiddie, this was his best game as a Laker, hands down. And it's just because of the way he was able not only to defend on one side of the ball, but just he was very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, whether it was getting to the rim, getting downhill. He had a couple of nice dunks just because teams were a little bit worried about Anthony Davis or LeBron James on the roll. So Spencer Dinwiddie was doing what he does best and what he is capable of doing, and what a lot of people kind of forgot just because he hasn't shown it too much for the Los Angeles Lakers, but that hasn't been the ask for him. So that's why we see this when D'Angelo Russell doesn't play and then he's asked to score a little bit more. He can do this obviously at a very high level, as he was a big reason why the Lakers were able to get a much needed win, as just up and down the West standings, it just keeps getting crazier and crazier. So before we hop out, we're gonna take a look at the standings there, and we'll take a look at that top 11, as the Houston Rockets have really put in a charge at the bottom of that bracket there. They've won 8 straight games, and the Lakers sitting there currently at 9th, where they're kind of in there just pretty good. They're now a couple of games up on the Warriors, who just lost back-to-back games, and then the Sacramento Kings, Phoenix Suns, and Dallas Mavericks all have similar records, and it would take a losing streak of a pretty high caliber in these last 12 or so-ish games for the Lakers to possibly jump one of them. And then obviously you got at the top of the conference where that fight it is going for the number 1 seed. But the Lakers, right there, like I said, just kind of stuck there in that 9 position. It probably is going to be that for the Lakers, unless one of those teams I said before, whether it's the Dallas Mavericks, Sacramento Kings, or Phoenix Suns, if they go on a losing streak and the Lakers go on a bit of a winning streak here, then they can maybe overtake them to get in that 7-8 game, though. But we'll see if the Lakers are able to do that. They do have a big road trip coming up that's starting in Milwaukee and then a back-to-back with possibly a trap game in Memphis. So let us know what you guys think in the comments down below about Spencer Dinwiddie's performance, and how do you think this can possibly just help unlock the Lakers further? Because if he is scoring like this in some spurts and some spots, then the Lakers can possibly use him down the line in different spots. And just if he can truly hit this number when he's scoring, obviously not this high of a number, but just I'll be able to hit open shots and get downhill and just create offense for the Lakers. I think this opens another avenue that the Lakers can use to facilitate offense and then just really get very good shots, because that's what the Lakers were getting the entire night against the Indiana Pacers. But let us know what you guys think in the comments down below about Spencer's performance. And Anthony Davis, who I didn't talk enough about, but he was tremendous in that one as usual, but that's AD just doing Anthony Davis things. Yeah, but like I said, let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. I have been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.